Your wholesaling real estate coach is going to charge you $10,000 to learn their 20, 15, 10 years of experience, maybe 3,000 wholesaling deals. And for this $10,000, you get something really, really valuable, which I'm not against, by the way. You get to personally text them, you get their phone number, and if you have a question, they will text you back within a day. That's pretty dang valuable. I can go on a voice chat, ask it a question, it spits it out, it's experience, and it is one of the best mentorships you can possibly buy. Now, let's say it's somebody who makes $1 million a year and you can text them whenever for a year. Is that worth $10,000? Call it lifetime, whatever. I honestly, I'm not the biggest on paid mentorships, but if it's a legit person making $1 million one-on-one, that's great. Okay. How about somebody that's done over 4,000 wholesaling deals in the past 9 years? Me. I think I charged $8,000 for a lifetime membership, and I personally got to text you anyone to pay you that. Obviously, it's not worth my time. I make way more than that. But okay, let's play devil's advocate. I did a program for 1 year, $10,000. You got to text me completely for free, and I text you back within, let's say, an hour. Now, let's say I'll text you back within 10 minutes, and whatever problems you have, I can help you out. I'll even give you all of my connections that I know. And hey, you have this problem, go do this, go do that, right? That's pretty dang cool. I mean, could you imagine as a beginner, you just text me for whatever problem? Let me give you a story. On July 4th, and this is not a joke, and I swear to you, this is a real story. When Rick gets back next week, he's probably going to talk about the story, but he was working out. And the most embarrassing thing happened to him. I don't know if you guys know this. The most embarrassing thing happened to him. He's working out at the gym, and somebody comes up to him at the gym. And this happens pretty occasionally now, like once a month. Someone comes up to him in the gym, says, "Hey, I'm down for July 4th with my family, and we have family here in Florida." And he said, "Are you Zach Ginn's dad?" And he said, "Yeah." He's like, "I follow Zach. I love Zach. I can't believe I'm talking to his dad." He's like, wait, but you don't do flip it? No, I just follow Zach Ginn on Instagram and I watch his stuff on YouTube. He's like, "You don't know what Flip with Rick is?" He's like, "No, what's Flip with Rick?" He knew Flip with Rick, but he wasn't following it all. He just, it's just so funny. And he was so embarrassed. He's just like, my dad, not in a bad way, right, Rick? But he's just like, "Oh, so I'm just Zach Ginn's dad now." I've done 20 plus years, 23 years of wholesaling real estate. And I'm just Zach Ginn's dad. It's hilarious. But he asked Rick for something I thought was really interesting. "Can I get your phone number so I can text you for any wholesaling problems and questions?" And, obviously Rick said no. But I thought about that guy and I was like, only if he knew it was coming out today. And so that was pretty funny. So basically we can't do that, right? I don't think, I'm going to go charge $10,000 for you to join some mentorship for me. And honestly, if me and Rick charge you $10,000 lifetime access to our community and you got to talk to me on a Zoom or whatever, that would probably be one of the most valuable things you possibly can do. I would sell it. I would sell it like crazy. I would make millions of dollars, if not 8 figures doing that. And it'd be great, right? It'd be great money. But guess what? That would, and if let's say I charge for one-on-one Zooms, $1,000 an hour for whatever for me, right? That sounds great in theory. And I could probably make a ton of money, but AI has gotten to the point but there's no point in that anymore. And so what I'm excited to announce today is a little project I've been working on pretty hard. And because I'm kind of well-versed in AI, I basically trained ChatGPT and I made something called a GPT. So ChatGPT is just, the whole big enchilada, but you can actually buy a kind of a server inside of ChatGPT and just train it on data sets. And what I've been doing, which no one really in wholesaling has ever really done, personally done, was I've been for a decent amount of time, and for a decent amount of time ever since, I was able to kind of get my hands on this, was I was able to feed this AI every single Flip with Rick, Zach Ginn, and Rick Ginn video on YouTube. Every single interview, every single time I've talked about wholesaling since 6 years ago on YouTube, right? Every single live stream, tens of thousands of hours of just videos and videos and videos and videos and videos and videos and videos. Obviously, I made it watch my wholesaling course. I made it read all these things. I also made it read all the Discord logs, which sounds kind of crazy. But I mean, how many Discord logs do we have? It read pretty much every single post I've ever done on Instagram, every comment I've ever done, every DM I've done. And I've trained this AI basically on everything I've done for the past 6 years, publicly and privately, with chats, talking with people, and doing all these things. It was really interesting. And kind of what that has come down to today is probably the greatest AI, the greatest wholesaling coach of all time. It's almost better than me to this point, but I'm still better. But besides me and Rick, it's way better. And so I'm excited to finally announce, our wholesaling real estate GPT. And so for everyone right now, you're going to be able to go out here if you're in freewholesaling.com and get this absolutely for free. It is the wholesaling real estate Flip with Rick GPT. Now, if you want to learn exactly how you can do this without even joining Flip with Rick, literally all you have to go is go to, let's see, how do I go to search here? Hold on. All you have to do is, I got to clear this out. Hold on. All you have to do is go to the right-hand side and just go to GPTs, all right? So it's on the left-hand side, go to GPTs and just search wholesaling real estate. Like that's literally all you have to do. Just search wholesaling real estate. And what's going to happen is mine is going to pop up on the top and you can start the chat. And pretty much what it does is going to train you everything about wholesaling real estate from me and Rick and everything we've ever done. Now, why this is so dang powerful is pretty much every single data set that I've ever talked about in my entire life has now been trained on this AI, which is really, really cool. And I told you one day this was going to happen, and now it has happened, and it's probably changed everything. And so you can go in there and ask it any question you possibly could want. And let me show you exactly how to start using this AI coach. Now, let's do the voice mode, and let's talk about it. Hello. Oh, wait. Okay, there you go. How do I start wholesaling? Wait. Yo, can you hear me? See if you can hear me.
Awesome. So to start a whole wholesaling.
Okay, whoa. All right, wait. Let's do this. How do I start wholesaling real estate in Detroit, Michigan?
To start wholesaling real estate in Detroit, Michigan, here's your step-by-step roadmap tailored to local rules and market conditions.
Okay, I don't know why I was doing that. So we're just gonna type it in. How to start wholesaling? Let's do in Dallas, Texas. All right. How do I start wholesaling in Dallas, Texas? And the voice thing would be work. I don't know why it did that, but basically explains if wholesaling is legal in Dallas. It tells me the best areas in Dallas. It tells me how to find motivated sellers in Dallas, marketing, how to lock up a deal, dispositions, title companies, and you're good to go. You might even want to put here, who can I network with in Milwaukee, Wisconsin to JV? So you might ask, how can I JV with somebody in Milwaukee, Wisconsin? Guess what? It already pops up successful members in there that have been vetted by the Flip with Rick team. So it says Devani and Martha Soto are the best JV partners in Milwaukee currently right now. So the cool part is we fed AI the verified closers we have in our Discord, and they're all in here right now. So if you want to be like, hey, who do I JV with in Dallas? Who do I JV with in this area? Who do I JV? Who's a good person to network with in Detroit? It's going to show somebody. So if I just say, who is good for JVs or just networking in Detroit, Michigan. So you might ask it, who should I wholesale with in Detroit, Michigan? And it's going to pop it up here. ChatGPT is not. All right, we have to refresh this sucker. There we go. And it works slightly slower than regular ChatGPT, but it's pretty good. Evan Hamilton is the most trusted JV partner for Detroit. You can reach out to him in freewheelsing.com or in the ZachDiscord.com communities. Absolutely insanity right now. So pretty much what I'm doing is just coaching everybody in here absolutely for free how to wholesale real estate. Crazy. Absolutely insane. And the reason why, you can go out here is the more you work on this, it's going to keep training the models and make it even better. So you guys can actually go out here and start getting all your questions answered. And so this is basically me now creating a one-on-one mentorship with everybody in here. And this sounds like a jerk thing I'm about to say, but when I do one-on-ones and I talk to people that are just like have questions about wholesale, I'm going to say, hey, before you talk to me, go through my AI wholesaling bot and ask it that question. And then I'm probably going to answer the same thing, which is absolutely crazy to me. And what I'm going to start doing is maybe I just start, and probably in a year, it's going to be able to use my voice. So it's going to sound like me. And in a year after that, it's going to have probably a video of me. It's going to look just like this. You're not going to even know the difference. And there's going to be AI Zach answering your question. I know that sounds stupid and crazy, but I also said 2 years ago, I said there's going to be a point where AI is going to be able to watch every single YouTube video I've ever done and be able to coach everyone individually. Well, that day today has came. And the next one's going to be, video Zach. Now, I don't know if I'm comfortable with that yet, but yeah, we got to see how that goes. But it's definitely interesting. And so, Austin, your other question is, it is fed on all the information. And Austin, this is the coolest part. I actually fed it. Now, this could be biased, but I also fed it with every single question anyone's ever left a ticket on XLeads for a question on. So, for example, you might ask, how do I skip trace for free in XLeads? And basically, it's going to give you all the information you need about XLeads. Go to XLeads, pull a list, skip trace it, get your own free unlimited skip tracing. It's pretty cool. You can also ask it some other questions like, well, how do I SMS text blast in XLeads? And of course, it's probably going to take about a month before this thing gets even better. But it's telling you log in, go to your leads, upload your list, click start SMS and use your template and go from there. And it's got to work on a little better on this. But okay, we can work on that end. But you could say, what is the best list to pull in XLeads? And it'll probably give you all the info you need there. Okay, it's not too bad. These are in general. Interesting. Yeah, it's got the XLeads thing. I think they're fighting the XLeads in the coaching part, but we'll go figure that. So let's ask it too. What is the link for the probates in Texas? So you can also ask, how do I find probates in Texas? I actually fed it all the links you need to know. So it's just going to pop out, oh, this is how you pull probates in Texas. And so I literally just showed, it's also showing other examples. Do you want Behar? Behar pre-foreclosures. And you can just say, find me the pre-foreclosures in Behar County. And it's searching the knowledge base. And it's telling you, here's the link right here. So I also fed it where pretty much every single area has the government lists. It's insane. Okay. It's crazy right now. Yeah. And it's this thing is probably the craziest thing you're ever going to find because it's literally watched every single wholesaling video I've ever done. Now, the thing is I had to kind of skew it. I also had to skew it where the most recent 300 videos are going to have the most weight. The old videos aren't important, but still. Now, you can also ask it some really funny things because it's been trained on all of my stuff. So, for example, give me the best Rick quotes about cash buyers. And remember, it's watched every single wholesaling video from Rick. So it's going to give you the best Rick Ginn quotes. This is the best thing literally ever. So Rick Ginn quote, the cash buyer is not your boss. You are the deal maker. They need you more than you need them. If a cash buyer tells you your deal sucks, you don't need to believe them. Test it in the open market. One buyer's trash is another buyer's treasure. These are real Rick Ginn quotes. Now, we can also say this. Give me quotes Zach has said about paid coaching versus free. Now, these are probably going to be pretty dang rough, but you can literally ask it whatever you want. Oh, yeah, these are rough. I'm not here to sell you dreams. I'm here to get you deals for free. This is absolutely hilarious. If you're broke, stop trying to spend 10 grand on coaching. Spend the time. Oh, my gosh. That's absolutely hilarious to me. Oh, my gosh. It's so funny. Yeah, you get the best Rick quotes. What is Rick Ginn's process to talking to probate sellers? Like, I mean, guys, we can go all day about this, but like, look how insane this is. Rick's process for probates is step 1, step 2, step 3, disqualify if needed, follow up like a pro. How do I answer the probate objection of, quote, right? How do I answer the probate objection of, I need the probate to be done before signing? And it's going to search the knowledge base, and it's going to show you. This is hilarious. Like, look, this is Rick's exact quote on how to deal with probates. You know, I completely understand most people talking probate. Most people I talk to in probate say the same thing. Here's the good news. What we can do is go ahead and agree on the price and terms now, and we'll make the contract subject to the completion of the probate. Like, it's insane. Absolutely crazy. Like, guys, I just destroyed all these one-on-one wholesaling mentorship programs, and it's kind of embarrassing. And the reason why I'm doing this is, first and foremost, guys, if you're a wholesaling coach and you're watching this, which you guys all mostly do, I'm not making this to go destroy you and your family. And like, guys, like, I don't care. Literally, it's all business. I don't have no gripe against anyone. But just letting any wholesaling coach know this about AI. If you do live streams or like you do a lot of videos on YouTube, you know, somebody can just data mine all of your videos on YouTube, train them to AI. They don't have to pay your mentorship program. They're just going to data mine every single video you've ever done on the internet. Like, it's true. Like, it's crazy. And it's insane. And so, yeah, Luca, we are working on moving this in the Discord. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Here, shout out to Luca. Look at Luca. All right, I can do this. Now, we got a lot of people in Dallas, but it's like, if I want to JV in Georgia, who is trusted? And if I put like who I want to JV with in Georgia, it's going to say Luca Rabuffi. There's his link, jvwithluca.com. Isn't that pretty dang cool? And Luca's verified, right? Like, he's actually JVing with people. So it's pretty dang awesome. And so these are people I've actually verified that have JV with community members that actually are good. They'll give you good advice. They won't steal from you, all this stuff, right? Like, this has absolutely never been done in wholesaling real estate. And so whatever questions you possibly can ask yourself, it's right here. And my favorite part about this is the action plans you can do. So give me an action plan to get my first wholesaling deal in Columbus, Ohio. And what we're going to do is a no action, no fluff action plan for wholesaling real estate in Columbus, Ohio. So pick your core market strategy: calling, reverse referrals, SMS, digital bandit signs. Pull your motivated sellers free. Go to XLeads, whichever one you want. Set up your CRM or tools. Skip tracing, e-signing, phones. Market like crazy. Talk to 100 sellers. All the links. Lock up a deal. There you go. Make your offers. Line up the cash buyers. How to find them. Network with. Look, it said network with Jason White. He's a great JV contract in Columbus. Like, this is insanity. It's not telling you to JV with him, but it's saying like, hey, if you're in Columbus, Ohio, hit up that guy. he's a good guy just to get in contact with. And so I'm going to be every single time you mention your market, it's going to give you somebody you can network with. And again, I'm not trying to charge you for this. This is absolutely for free. Now, the only thing we are working on currently right now is we're going to feed it every single title company I've used. I've not fed that detailed information because I need to get permission from the title companies before I did that. But yeah, pretty dang good. I just need to get title company permissions to put it in here. But it's like, okay, you want to plug and play script? Yes, please. If I use XLeads, just as an example, right? All right, plug and play system, build your buyers list. Also, guess what? Yes, it's giving you all the filters you possibly want. So if you go to XLeads, this is the filters you should use. Skip trace it. Literally, it's free, so don't worry about that. XLeads got it for free. Here's my script, SMS texting, lead management. The offers thing, we probably need to get that a little better. Dispo the deal. Boom. Done. Simple as that. Dude. Crazy. Like absolute insanity here. Nicole says, will it work with virtual contracts? So we're actually working on an Autobot for that. ChatGPT does not have the capabilities. I've tried it for a while. It won't go do that, right? Prompts, going back truck driving. Fire prompts, going back. Yeah, that's great. Let's see here. Interesting. All right, let's see what other questions we got here. Can you coach for land? Of course. Ask it. How do I wholesale vacant land? I mean, it's probably watched like 300 vacant land videos I've done. Probably 15 or 20. So you can go to XLeads and get vacant land, skip trace the list. Now you might be like, well, what if I don't have the money for land, right? So it might be like, okay, what if I don't got the money for XLeads? So it should give you some free options. So you can pull government lists. No. Okay, well, I'm talking land wholesaling with no money. Okay, this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. Yes, it will help you with ninja mode. It needs better visual capabilities. I think I'm making an XLeads AI too. But yeah, it will pull a free vacant land list. See, it tells you property appraiser site, all this stuff. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, it's got all the stuff on here that you need to know. Scripts, tips, tricks, literally all this stuff. It's absolutely insane. And so again, if you want to go get this absolutely for free, all you need to do is, oh yeah, you can just publicly share it, this thing. But just go to the link I have in this video. I'm also going to put it in the comments one more time. But it's in freewholesaling.com, by the way. Like, there we go. So it's in freewholesaling.com. Get the link one more time here for everyone. Get the link here. So here's the link again. But honestly, for everybody, it's pinned right now on freewholesaling.com. And once you go on the welcome screen, it's going to tell you that this is how you join it. Just go to freewholesaling.com. This thing is absolutely the absolute greatest coach you could possibly have. It's absolutely insane. We're actually redoing a module to add this in here in freewholesaling.com. But in freewholesaling.com, we'll give you the plug. We'll give you the link to do it. But literally, all you have to do is just search for GPTs. Let me actually show you how you can do it right here. So let's do this. Chat GPT. Let's make a fresh new one. Let's log in on just a random one. Let's do this one. All right. Let me show you how to join. Let me just how you can do it without a link, just to make it even easier for everyone. All right. Just going to verify it on here. There we go. All right. So is this it? Let's load it up. Okay. Oh boy. All right. Let's go here. See if I can change the voice on this. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Adding this on. There we go. Okay. So if you want to go, oops, did it load me off here? Oh, we're all good. There we go. All right. So let me show you how to do this. Don't do the let them cook. Oh my gosh. All right. So let me show you this really quick. So all we're going to do is we're going to go to ChatGPT, which I think literally everyone in here does. Okay. So if you want to get this absolutely for free, all right, this is what ChatGPT looks like. Okay. I think we're all here. Okay. So all you need to do again is just go to GPTs. You probably have never seen that before, but it's literally here. It says GPTs. Click that. All right. Just search wholesaling real estate. Okay. Or search Flip with Rick. But the wholesaling real estate Flip with Rick GPT will pop up. Number one, you click that. You press start. Who rated it 2-3 stars? Bro, dude, I'm about to crash out. I literally worked so dang hard to feed every video of this thing and get 3 stars. Bro, I'm about to crash out. These haters drive me crazy today. All right, we're going to start it. All right. So let's do, I don't know. Is this a deal or not? And you go feed it the info. And here's the cool part. You can feed it the details. And it's telling you what makes a good wholesaling deal or not. It just gives you some information, right? We need to fix this MAO formula, but still not terrible though. It's giving you good information. So I like that. So how do I post digital bandit signs? And it's just going to teach you all this stuff, which is awesome, right? So the cool part is now I would create your digital bandit signs inside of this GPT because I've trained it specifically on all my stuff. All right, there we go. Sick. It shows you where to post them. Boom. There we go. Now let's see if we can do it. What are the best groups to post digital bandit signs in? Let's do Grand Rapids, Michigan. Grand Rapids, Michigan. And by the way, if you're one of my friends or somebody that I talk to or anything like that, and we did not go out here and include you in the ChatGPT, do me a favor and just reach out to me, and I'll definitely add you in. I try to add as many people as I possibly could, but most of these were just fed from conversations and Slack channels and stuff. So let's see here. So it's giving me some good ones, some niche ones. Don't do the wholesaling group, but okay, not too bad. So obviously this is version 1. We're going to just keep making this thing good. I mean, it's literally perfect to a point, but we just got to improve it a little more. So pretty crazy. And so it's learned from everything from me and Rick. So you go to GPTs, search wholesaling. It's all in there absolutely for free. And so I'm pumped up. So if you have any questions, let me know about that. Or if you have a wholesaling question, I'm not even going to answer it. I'm just going to copy it, put it in the chat sheet. I'm going to put it in the Zach AI bot, and I'm going to have it answer it because I'm just lazy today. I don't know. But overall, guys, your personal wholesaling coach is now here. It is for free, and it is going to change everything. I mean, guys, why in the world would I go have this paid wholesaling mentorship program? Like, how would I do now that GPT's out here? Let's say I try to sell some one-on-one program. Like, why would he be in it? Because it's all in there, you know? It's crazy. It's absolutely awesome. And so I'm really proud of it. I'm the first person in wholesaling, I believe, to train my own things on there. I know some people have tested it out with like other like day trading and stuff like that. But it's never really been done in wholesaling real estate. And so I fed it first YouTuber, I think first YouTuber in real estate probably that has taken every single video over 5 years, throw that into AI, and then made a little coach on there. Probably should sell it, but hey, I'm going to give it for free. And it's absolutely insane. And so AI and wholesaling real estate is not going anywhere. It's going crazy. And let me call my shots. Next year, it's going to have the Zach Ginn voice. And then the year after that, it's going to have the Zach Ginn video. I don't know how long until you can't know. Like this is what an AI live stream is actually going to be. Obviously, I'm not going to do a fake live stream. I think Real's going to do obviously better, but like you could just do a Zoom with AI Zach, and it's going to be really, really awesome. And so we're just trying to train on more information. And then on the back end side, we're training a lot of stuff. We have a brand new version 3 of XLeads is really cool. It's a lot of stuff's going to be really, really awesome. And so we're pumped up with the AI and how this all stuff's going on, but we just got to be comfortable with it, right? We can't be fearful of AI. It's definitely here, but we're ready to go. So let's break this all down. Let's go out here and answer some questions and see what is up. So let's break this down and do it. And so can you do off-market and on-market deals? Yes, you can. I prefer off-market, but you definitely can do both. I'll ask the ChatGPT, can you do on-market deals? And Zach AI says, why does Zach and Rick say avoid on market? I do say I'll avoid on market, but it's going to give you the reasons, right? Number one, realtor gatekeeping, too much competition, legal contract issues, slower and riskier. Zach recommends off market, free list, skip tracing, stuff like that. Here's Rick's direct quote about on market wholesaling. This is crazy. If the deal's on the MLS, it's already been picked over. The best profits are from stuff no one sees. I can't even say it better than Rick. It's already popping up the Rickisms, the Rick quotes. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. Holy moly. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Elijah says, does XLeads give you unlimited free skip tracing and unlimited data? Yes, it does. You're only limited on your exports. So on the basic plan, you're exported on 15,000 records. And then on the X plan, you get 60,000 exports. But you can search as many properties as you want. So that's what we mean by unlimited, but you get a ton in there. It's pretty cool. Mark says, just when I thought it was big that your competition is teaming up just to keep you with the newest acquisition, Prop just bought Batch and blew that news out of the water. They should. Wait, what? Just I thought it was big that your competition's teaming up just to keep up with you with the newest acquisition. Prop just bought Batch and you blew that news out of the water today. Yeah, so that is a true thing. PropStream did buy Batch leads, and they did buy Batch dialer. That is true. Congratulations to Evo and Jesse. I was congratulating them yesterday on the big stuff from them. Congrats from them. I've known them for a while, so they're awesome people. Shout out to Annie too. The whole trio selling it. But just FYI, they're not like out of Batch is still a thing. It's not like it's gone, right? You know what? I'm not going to say anything. But they're still, it's not like, everything Batch is now PropStream, right? I don't even know what they're doing on there, right? And shout out to Brian too. I like Brian. He's the CEO of PropStream. He's a great guy too. Nothing but good things about him. He's been very nice and very supportive of my journey too. So nothing bad about any of those people. But yeah, that was pretty big news. I don't even know what they're doing. I have a couple quotes I could say, but I don't want to get into that because I have nothing but nice things to say. So, but I truly still believe XLeads is the best. And yeah, that's all I can say. I will let you know this. Okay, I will tell everyone this quote. This is Zach's quote of the day. I have been approached by multiple people to buy XLeads. Me and Rick, they offered me and Rick lots of money, and I'm not going to tell you how much money, but you can assume what those numbers would be. And me and Rick obviously said no about it because it's like, well, okay, I'm going to sell something I associate my brand to, like that. And of course they want that. I've got offers to buy XLeads, freewholesaling.com, all my socials, and like they create this whole ecosystem. And obviously I've said no. I will always like entertain an offer. I'll be honest with you. If somebody offered me $7 billion for XLeads, sure, give me $7 billion. Okay. But like, honestly, like, no, I've been offered plenty of times. I've been offered lots of money. Me and Rick, I'm not going to say how many figures, but it was very, very nice. And I just said, no, I don't want to do it. I'm like, and it's just hilarious to me, but yeah, it's Definitely interesting. Yeah, Batch did get bought by PropStream. Batch leads Batch Dialer. It's I'm very curious to see how it goes. But all I'm saying is I think a lot of people are very worried about XLeads. I see I'm not talking about PropStream. I'm just talking about their softwares. They're very worried about XLeads. XLeads is everyone has been pretty much canceling their wholesaling softwares and going to XLeads for the past year. And it's been being very, very, very apparent. It's been very apparent. And there's a lot of pressure in the wholesaling software game. That's my only quote about this whole thing. There's been a lot of pressure in the wholesaling game of how do we take Zach XLeads down? Because the only way we could take Zach Ginn down is if we basically slander him, which is hilarious to me. You can go out here and say, oh, Zach's data sucks. But they're like, wait, we're actually using the same data as XLeads. So we actually can't say Zach's data doesn't suck. That's actually bad. So FYI, guys, I'm going to say one thing about XLeads, right? And I'll put the little XLeads link on the bottom. All right. I'll say one thing about XLeads, which is insane. All these big wholesaling software companies, and there have been plenty of them that have attacked XLeads, but let me tell you this. There are lots of wholesaling software companies that you guys know have never attacked me on the quality of our data. And the only reason that I could think of why they've not attacked me on the quality of our data is because they're using the same data. Think about this for a second. If you're using how all these wholesaling software companies work, I'm not saying actually how most wholesaling software companies work is a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them will go out here and get a data provider, and they'll provide you leads and data. And then you build your own software and you use an API from that software, and called software stack, and you go sell it, and it's cool, right? FYI, that's not Batch. I don't believe that's PropStream either. I don't think it's those guys at all. I know Batch Leads actually has their own data and they mine their own data, and I think PropStream gets their own data. I don't know. I literally have no idea, but I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about other software companies, right? They will go out here and they'll get some $1 billion corporation, and they'll pay that $1 billion corporation to get all the real estate leads and for skip tracing. And then they'll say it's our data. I'm pretty transparent with what we do. But the crazy thing about it is all these wholesaling software companies that, they don't attack me at all because we're literally using the same data as most of them. And so it's absolutely crazy to me. Now, I'm not saying it's every single one. I'm not mentioning any specific ones because there's thousands of wholesaling software companies. So I'm not specifically talking about anyone. But that's how most of them work. They're not actually going out here and pulling their own data sets of 300, 200 million properties, right? They're not pulling their own cash buyers list. They're buying it from big data set, and they're getting it probably on a, what do they call it? They're basically getting on a large flat file or whatever, and they're connecting. It's so crazy, man. So yeah, it's very, very funny. But no, I'm not talking about PropStream. I'm not talking about Batch Leads. I'm not talking about Deal Machine. I'm not talking about any of those software companies. Those guys are great. Love them to death. They're amazing. But I will let you know that XLeads is literally the greatest software ever. So yeah, XLeads, boom, there you go. But let's talk about Wholesaling.com for a second. Let's talk about Wholesaling.com. All right. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, everyone thought that was big news, guys. The biggest news is the AI bot is finally here. So this is insane. I don't think no one's had the balls to do it because it's like, okay, well, I can't sell my wholesaling coaching program if you have an AI version of you. Crazy. Edwin says, when's the next version of XLeads dropping? The next version of XLeads is going to be dropping within 30 days. So I hopefully it doesn't get pushed back. I have a massive meeting tomorrow with the newest feature. And if that goes well, then we'll be beta giving it out to a lot of X-Plan members. Now, we'll probably give it to like 15 or 20 X-Plan members just to test out in their own operations. And then we'll go from there. If there's one thing I could tell you about what's new in there, it's just going to be, I can't do it. I really can't mention it. The only thing I'll mention is obviously AI is going to be involved. Obviously, it's all going to be just included with everything. And then obviously the most important part is you better sign up for XLeads before the announcement. That's all I'm going to tell you to do. So I've alluded to this lots of times, and I don't want anyone crying to me. Sign up to XLeads. When you hear the announcement, make sure you sign up before the actual release happens. That's all I'm going to say. Henry, that is true. Godfathering in. I'm grandfathering in. I'll call it godfathering in. Grandfathering in is still in for XLeads. And so if, let's say XLeads is $81 a month for the yearly plan and we raise it to, I don't know, 90, right? We raise it by $9. We raise it by $100, right? Whatever price you get at the day you sign up will always be it unless you canceled your plan. And so it'd be pretty dang good. So pretty excited about it. So yeah, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to guarantee prices are going to go up, but I'm not going to guarantee they're not. It's all, hey, I'm not going to say. Obviously, I'm not going to say. Let's see. Sin says, Zach, does your GPT knowledge rank the most updated information? So yes. So what information overrides the most is the wholesaling course. I made it go through about 20 hours of the wholesaling course. And then we weight basically anything in 2025 at the highest tier at like a 9 scale. And then anything before that is on like a 1 or 2 scale. But the reason I fed it all the information is I still have live cold calls I've done and live seller calls I've done for a very long time. Also, I will announce this on the XLeads thing. Okay. I will say with the new XLeads thing, I have an extra thing in there that will shock everybody in here. If you know who you will be shocked at what I'm releasing. And obviously, you don't have to do it, obviously, right? But you'll be shocked at what's coming out. Another feature we're bringing on XLeads to make it even more valuable to have X. So I always thought about it. How can I make people cancel their wholesaling softwares if they're on the fence? If they have this software, but they want to go to XLeads, this one's going to be like, oh, wow, I really got to get XLeads and cancel my other one. I'm going to say I'm finalizing one really big thing this week. Maybe next week gets finalized. Once that's signed, it's going to go crazy. And so I'm very excited about it too. Let's see here. Mark says, I need that XLeads hoodie. Oh, Lord. Everyone wants the XLeads hoodie. Let's see here. Let's see. What package do I need? Just get the basic plan. That's all you really need. All right, let's answer some more questions here. So it's just one-on-ones too. If you want to hop on, talk to me one-on-one, I'll post it. I'll post it on here. If you talk to me, I'm just going to open the ChatGPT up and I'm going to have it answer you, by the way. Let's see here. Copy and paste the link and you can see the GPT access to the internet. Yes, it does. Let's see here. There's no other people giving the game meeting. Dad, I appreciate it. Well, ChatGPT is now, the AI is now doing it. So that's pretty cool. Selman says, Zach, I just finished all 6 courses. What's the best step? Learning XLeads first and start finding deals. Selman, your first priority is doing marketing. And here's the cool part. This live stream is going to be, it's going to be fed to the AI probably by tomorrow morning. So we also have it where the AI, the whole basically AI Zach, it's going to be watching every stream once it's over. It's going to rewatch it and then weight that as a priority too, which is really funny too. Let's see here. Yes, I'll take 7 million. I ain't going to say no to 7. I'll tell you, I ain't no sellout, but if someone offers me, billions of dollars, I'm probably going to say, okay, sure. Oh, Lord. Let's see. It's a great one. What do you think the ratio from leads to contracts are? So again, it really depends on what you're doing, but like let's ask the AI. And again, I said I'm gonna be lazy today. How many cold calls to get a deal? And let's see what 5,000 last 5,000 videos. It's saying you need about 2 to 2,500 calls to get a deal. And that's going to be about 100, 150 sellers, not just dials. So one deal out of 2,500 dials, one contract, 3 to 5 hot leads. So that is the answer. It's all like, guys, literally it's all in there. How do you speed it up? Niche it. Rick Ginn's key quote. This is hilarious to me. Cold calling is a numbers game. If you want a deal, pick up the phone and talk to people. You can't fail if you outwork the rest. I love the Rick Ginn quote at the end of every question. I literally did that because I think I don't put a Zach Ginn quote. I think that's too egotistical, but I will always put a Rick Ginn quote in there. Absolutely hilarious. Oh my gosh. Oh, absolutely hilarious to me. Michael says, let's ask the AI, how do we feel about offering end to seller, buyer, creative finance deals? There we go. So here's the thing. All right, let's do this. All right. So what is a good pitch if the seller wants too much, but they got equity so we can get a creative finance deal? So let's see what it says about it. Should be a lease option on here. Let's see what it says here. So I understand probably a bit high, but here's the thing. I can actually work with that number if you're open to getting paid over time instead of all at once. That way you get what you want and I get a property I can work with. It's pretty good. Seller financing, subject twos. I don't know why I don't do that. Please don't sue me. That's literally ChatGPT. I did not say to do that. And hybrid. Interesting. Rick's advice. It's not about lowballing. It's about terms. You can give them their price if they give you your terms. Give me a lease option script and breakdown on how I would make money on a 5-year balloon. I did balling. Whatever. Great lease option script. ARV, seller wants 230. You negotiate a lease payment, $1,200. Option buy price, 5-year balloon. Profit strategies. Rick's secret sauce. You control. Literally, I did. Oh my! This is hilarious, bro. This is actually low key ridiculous. You can control a property for 5 years without owning it, profit from cash flow, and give the seller what they want, all without giving your credit or getting a loan. Absolutely hilarious to me. Frank says, is there any promo code for XLeads today? Frank, let me give you a promo code, bro. All right. I should be selling the basic plan of XLeads for probably $250 a month. I should probably charge the X plan about $500 per month. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to discount that $199 a month, which I should be charging you for the basic plan. Remember, you get Go High Level for free, which is $100 at minimum. And you get free unlimited skip tracing, which most people charge $150 a month for. So $150 plus $97, I should probably charge you $250 a month for it. I'm going to give you for $97 if you sign up today and you lock in your price. That $97 will be the price in the next 6 years. But here's the problem, man. You don't sign up tomorrow and the new version comes out and you get upset at me. Don't cry to me about, I want a promo code. So that's your promo code today. It's literally, I'm selling the, yeah, that's the promo code, bro. XLeads.com. Let's see here. Hello, Zach. Thank you for everything. Can I cold call an XLeads if I haven't set up the A2P? Let's ask myself. That's a great question. All right. Can I cold call on ninja mode if I didn't set up A2P? Let's see. You cannot call and text at the same time, but you can call without A2P registration. Told you that literally what my answer was going to be. But yeah, cold call using the built-in dialer. Boom, boom, boom. What's A2P? Pretty cool. Pretty dang gangster. I like it. Let's see here. It's a fire promo code, xleads.com. Guys, don't be crying to me. Guys, I say the story once, and again, I'm not going to make this an XLeads infomercial. But basically, we used to charge $49 a month for the annual plan of XLeads before basically Go High Level made me raise the prices because I was outbidding everyone. And it was actually against their terms of service to sell it for that cheap. I didn't know it was illegal for me to do that. I had to go with lawyers and deal with that. And I had to raise it to 81 a month. That was the lowest go high level negotiated that I could offer it for. So think about this for a second. Okay. Think about this for a second. All right. Absolute insanity right now. That when that happened, everyone cried to me and they said, oh, I wish. I don't care. Only the people that are loyal enough to sign up are doing that. And so pretty much most of the people that signed up for the annual at the $49 a month, they were the people that signed up the first day I released XLeads. And so they're obviously going to get rewarded. There's people I gave a 10% discount to the day of launch. I pre-launched it for the 49. They're getting it for like $40 a month. It's crazy. So yeah. Let's see here. Audrey says, I'm getting outbid like crazy in Dallas. Of course I'll help you out. Let's use AI. Okay. So how do I deal with being outbidded from other wholesalers? It's a great question. Let's ask Rick and Zach Ginn. So obviously more trust is important. Okay, you're not wrong there, AI Zach. Offer terms, not price. That is true. Be honest about this is where I like, be honest with the too good to be true offers. And this is a direct quote. If you're offering 20 grand more than me, make sure they can actually close. We've had a lot of sellers call us back after a higher offer never showed up at closing. Plant the seed, stay calm. Better buyers list is great, list and speed. But obviously, let's see. Be the best option, not the highest price. I guarantee I probably said that. But literally the most important one here is hit the niche lists. That's going to be the most one. You don't get many competition on niche lists. Use XLeads to skip and blast faster. I don't really make it XLeads promotion, but call leads within minutes of pulling them. No, but call leads within that. When they express interest, you got to be to the speed faster than anybody else. So the speed is going to be the most important part. Michael says, do you personally buy any of your members' deals? Yes, I do. I have bought deals with my members and actually kept them on as equity partners with the deal. So if you send me a really good deal, I will buy the deal and I'll buy the whole deal and I will give you 50% equity and you'll actually own the real estate with me. So I've done that with plenty of people here. And so there's plenty of people in here that I own real estate with. So it's pretty fun. Me and Rick, we always say it's like a marriage. You know, you can't really, once the baby's born, you really can't undo that. So once we own properties on the deed together, it's very hard to unwind it. So yeah, it's pretty funny. Michelle says, have you ever referred a short sale specialist and received a fee? Do not do that. That is a very bad idea. No. That is a terrible idea. Do not do that. No short sales. No short sales. No. Bad. Very bad, Michelle. Do not do that. All right. Let's answer some more questions here. Julius, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, Zach? By the way, I really appreciate you doing this for us. I think we don't deserve it, but it's awesome. Yeah. So one of my questions is, do you recommend legally tying your XLeads number to your LLC just for like that safe, like that added layer of legal protection?
Not with the new case law coming down. I don't really have a problem with it.
Okay. Sounds good. And then my second question has to do with code violations. Because I have this list here. The ones you want to call are the ones that have the status as notice of violation just issued, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know like the range, like the date range that's good for that?
So code violations, anything that's open, any open one's the best one. Obviously, anything that got open the last 30 days is awesome too.
Okay, because mine goes back to like 3 months back. Is that okay?
If it's open, then yes, go do it.
Okay. Cool.
There we go.
That's all I have. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate it, Julius. This is a really good question right here from Forex Labs. Oops. Do we need GPT Plus? No, you do not. No, you do not. You literally do it without a free ChatGPT account. Enlightened Assistance, what's going on?
Hey, Zach. My name's Bree. Thanks so much for bringing me up. I've been watching you guys since y'all came out of the gate. Love everything
Appreciate it.
y'all do.
Awesome. Thank you so much. What's going on?
Yes,
How can I help you out?
yes. So finally, after 500 years of analysis paralysis, I have 3 deals under contract, but they're I'm just kind of not for sure how I should dispo them. I have
Okay.
one property that it needs to be sold by the end of July. So that's the kind of main one I'm trying to market out. Just having a hard time finding maybe buyers or getting any feedback. So I'm not sure if maybe it's too much money or what. Or did I
Okay.
lock it up for too much? Excuse me.
Okay. From your cash buyers.
hmm
Okay. So, all right. So what did you calculate the MAO to be?
The MAO was almost 300,000. So we averaged it out to $300,000. It's a duplex.
Okay.
But the seller, they had it on market before. But again, their time
How much?
constraints is
How much?
she had it on market for 230, I believe. 250. I'm sorry, 250. She had it on for 250.
Bree. What do you have it locked up for?
196.
Oh, that's great. I was expecting you to lock it up for like 250. Okay. There we go.
No. Well, that's what she's telling me. Her time is her motivation. She needs it to be sold by the end of July, but I'm just not getting any feedback from anybody. Maybe I submitted it out at 220, then I shortened it to 215.
Mhm.
At this point, I'm ready to shorten it to like 200 just to get it closed
One more
because I
time,
know the seller
what was it
personally.
listed at?
It was listed at 250.
250.
Yes, in Cleveland, if that helps.
Okay. So I like to do 70% of the on-market listings just to a buyer. And so that puts it like 175, just being
Okay.
honest. So that's going to be your main issue. So you got to remember this. You got to remember this, Bree. Like, if a deal's been sitting on the market and if it was a good price deal, it would have been scooped up.
Right.
So 240 has already been shown by the market to not be worth it at all.
Well, the problem was, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Zach. The problem was they're a fix and flipper. So they were flipping the market. They've already renovated and everything, and it has tenants, but they just didn't have time for the buyers with financing to close because it took like 5 to 6 weeks, but they needed like pretty much 3 to 4 weeks before their loan became due, if that helps.
Let's do this. Okay, Bree, let me tell you something, okay? This is a Miami Dolphins helmet, all right?
hmm
If Tua Tagovailoa signed this helmet, I would probably pay $300 for this helmet and have it up here because I think Tua is awesome. Now, how much would a non-Miami Dolphins fan pay $300 for this? They'd probably say, "No, it's probably worth 100, right?"
Right, or less.
Okay. So let's say that I'm not here anymore, whatever. Someone steals this and they try to throw it on the open market. Because Zach will pay $300 for it. Is it worth $300? It's worth what someone's willing to pay for it. So
Right.
let's say, do you know who Dan Marino is? Good.
I
Okay.
don't know.
You don't know who Dan Marino is, right? So if Dan Marino signed this helmet, he's a Miami Dolphins player. He might be good. He might be bad. Who knows? Let's say he signed this helmet. How much do you think that helmet's worth?
I
How
mean,
much would you pay for that helmet?
oh,
Right?
me?
Yeah.
Well, since I'm not a Dolphins fan, I'd probably look for it under the market value. $100, like I said, or $50 maybe.
Here's what you do. You throw that sucker on eBay and see what Miami Dolphins fan would offer it, right?
Right.
Because what something is worth is what someone's willing to pay. Now,
Right.
you got a Dan Marino helmet that was listed for $240 and nobody bought it. $240. Nobody bought it. And that's the truth. And so everyone knows that nobody wanted to buy $240 for that thing. Okay? So you're going to have to get it locked up for way less than that. Usually for about $170, $160.
Right.
Multiply that by 1,000. That's where you're at. So that sucker did not move at 240. And so you need to lock that probably thing up at 170, try to sell for 175.
Okay.
That's the main issue.
I've been thinking maybe I could wholesale it because they've had on market buyers express the interest. Interest, but
Brie, you're killing me.
I'm sorry, Zach. I just wanted, I just have the
Okay,
questions. I just have
let's
to
go over
talk
those
out my
numbers then.
brain.
Okay, let's go over those numbers. All right. I guarantee you're in a financial position where you can just blow out $40,000, $50,000 loss. So let's talk about this. Let's say, for example, good and bad, right? Let's say you buy the house for how much? Do you have it locked up?
Well, 196.
196.
With two tenants already in there.
So let's call it $5,000 of just closing costs because I'm just being nice. You have it for 201, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was listed for how much? 240?
Oh, correct.
What would you list it for if it didn't sell for 240?
I would list it under probably 220, where I've been kind of marketing out to my buyers just to get someone to.
That's a great idea.
Hold on.
So when you list it for 220, because you're flipping it, because you're awesome, you're going to pay about 12% with a realtor and all these commissions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So $220,000. All right. That means, are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
How much were you in on this deal for if you bought it for cash?
So I paid 196 into my closing. You say conservatively, so like 201 with 5,000 closing costs.
Let's pop this up. Let's actually draw the numbers up and we'll actually do the numbers together. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, okay. So you had it locked up for 196, you said?
Mm-hmm.
196. All right. You're going to pay about $5,000 of closing costs, which is very conservative. Mm-hmm. Now you're totally into the deal for $201,000. You have $201,000 in your bank account, or are you going to get a loan for this?
I would get a loan for sure.
Okay. For how much?
I was thinking maybe hard money. Well, this is my first, so I'm not too sure. I'm really close with the seller, so I just kind of want to help them at least move their property.
Okay.
At the least.
Let's say you're just the kind of sweetest person in the world and you got it for 10%, which is insane. Okay. Yeah. So let's say you got a 10% loan for 3 months. That is going to be at least another $5,000 for a loan. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the total? We're at $206,000 of just hard costs, right?
Right.
Okay.
Out of pocket.
So we list this competitively for $220,000 because we're competitive. We are going to pay 12% closing costs, commissions, and all that stuff. All right.
Okay. Right.
That means when you get a check after your awesome flipping deal you've done, you are going to take home approximately $193,600. So that means you would lose.
Upwards.
You would lose
12. Almost. Yeah.
You would lose $12,400. Now, Bree, because I did such a good favor for you, how about you just wire me $12,000 and I'll save you the headache? Make it faster. I'll make you lose the money faster. Just give me $12,000 and I'll be good. Okay. I'm just kidding. But like, here's the problem. This is why you just have to lock it up for way lower. Like way lower. I mean, you would probably break even locking up for 165, 170.
Gotcha. That's what I was thinking. They're an investor themselves and they already did the renovations and stuff. I already thought it may have been too high. Yeah, I already thought it would be too high, but again, I just
deal. So, I mean, this is the true reality of flipping, and this is why I always make it a priority. And here's the problem with wholesaling: if you can't get this deal sold, you're out $0, right, Bree? If you wholesale it, you're out $12,400. Guess what, Bree? Here's the best part: maybe, knock on wood, this doesn't happen. but let's say some crazy virus comes. That has never happened in the past 10 years, right? Nothing like that's ever happened. And now you have to hold on to this property at a 10% loan for 2 years. You might lose 30 or 40 grand. I don't know how old you are, Bree, but I don't know if you were alive in 2008. I'm assuming you were.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
that could happen also. And then you could lose 30, 40 grand too. And like, I just think of like, how do I protect Bree and give her all the upside and none of the downside? I just see too much risk for reward, right? But if you
Yes.
locked up for 170, sold it for 180, you made 10 grand without any of the risk. That's why I love wholesaling.
Right. Okay, you definitely settled some of the questions that I've had in my mind because I thought that they would be too high anyways. But I just kind of want to talk it out just to see. And the numbers
It's important
help
that
for
we went
sure.
over the
Thank
numbers
you.
though, because then you
Yes.
think like a buyer and you get through it. But like a lot of people tell you that you should just buy the property and wholesale it, and that that's the solution. That's
Right.
great if you know you're going to make money. So me and Rick actually have this rule we internally do, but if we're going to make over 40 grand, we'll wholesale it and probably make 60 or 70. But if we're making anything less than 30, there's too much risk. Way too much risk.
Gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense for sure.
There we go. That's why we don't lose when we flip properties. We don't lose out our money because we're smart about it. But risk and reward, it's like crazy. You know, it's like betting all of your chips on one roulette hand. Like do a couple here and there, you know. There you go.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Well, I have 2 other deals, so I guess I feel like all of those could be the same issue.
You're supposed to get a price renegotiate the price.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Do you know how to do that, or I can help you out? Give you a script.
I've been all up and down freewholesaling.com.
Okay.
So I mean, if you want to, I definitely will take it for sure.
You give me your price renegotiation. Renegotiate the price with me as the seller.
Okay.
Hey, guess what? If you screw up with me, you don't lose out on the deal. That's the best benefit. I'd rather you screw up with me and we learn than not. So let's bring it. Okay. Call me up.
Okay. Ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Zach, it's Bree. Thank you so much for taking my call. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm well. Thank you so much, Zach. I do just have something that I wanted to bring to your attention. As I've been looking out for the property, we would need to renegotiate the price if possible. I'm not being able to, or we could renegotiate the price. I know you said that it was non-negotiable, but
it's non-negotiable. You know what, Bree, you're just this slick talking lady that's just trying to make money off of me. I know what you're doing here. You're just trying to make an extra money from me. Screw you. I'm never dealing with you ever again.
No.
It's Bree. Here's the thing. You came in that call pretty much you gave that person every thought that you were just trying to make money from them. And like, it's all about the money. That's the only reason you're negotiating the price again.
Okay.
You have to give them a reason. And you can say, hey, go back to your cash buyer. So for example, you said no buyers wanted to buy that deal. Do you actually call the buyer up and ask, why don't you want to buy it for this price?
I have talked to one buyer. They were saying that they are out of money because they've already bought a deal. And then I talked to another buyer who was going to go drive by the property, but no one's ever specifically said to me that it is too high because I've been kind of JVing with some other wholesalers, and they don't have anything. So I just assumed, which I assumed in the beginning, that it was just locked up too high because I haven't heard any feedback from it yet.
Okay. So you need to get some feedback. Most of the time it's like, well, this needs too much repairs, or the area is just a lot worse than we thought of on a resale or anything like, or the cash flow, right? You gotta give them a reason. Hey, Mr. Seller, kind of looking at all the numbers here, the repairs are going to be a little more than I expected. Going back to my partner, right? We got to redo this, and this, which we didn't assume. So what we need to do is just update the agreement. So we're going to have to buy this, unfortunately, for $200,000. Now, this example, I'll say we need to buy this for $170,000. And Bree, what I did is I just emailed you over an updated agreement. We're still going to close. It's just going to take a little more repairs than I thought. And I just sent you over the agreement. Let me know when you see it. Do you see how I just kind of took over the whole entire thing?
Yes.
I didn't ask
Yes.
for
Yeah.
permission. I didn't ask her. Is it okay if we negotiate this again? No, it's like, unfortunately, this is the problem. What I did, I just sent you over an actionable thing to do, and this is why we have to do it. Now, because I'm greedy, but because the property needs more work.
Right. And the property needs to be moved at the end of the day. So
there we go. But what I like to do is just give them a reason why, and I like to be a little more assertive. So, can we negotiate this again? No, you're going to say, unfortunately, we're going to have to be at this price going forward. We're still closing, but because of these issues, I'm just going to have to bring the price down a little bit. But here it is. Here's the updated agreement. Let me know when you sign it. So,
okay.
I don't like doing it, but this is a deal where you have to.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree. I definitely appreciate you, Zach, so much.
Yes.
You and Rich.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Have a good day. Thank you.
All right, and get the where are those other deals at?
Same place in Cleveland. I'm not sure how you guys work on sellmypaper.com, but I submitted 2 of them. I just assumed since you guys haven't responded that they're probably again locked up too much. So
You should get an
the
email.
other 2 are in Cleveland.
You should automatically get an email. If you want to hit up somebody, the AI should probably have her in. There's La Buena. Her name's La Buena. She's
La
awesome in
Buena.
Cleveland.
Okay, yes, actually, yes. I've seen La Buena. Yes. Yeah, she's definitely killing it for sure.
There we go. All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Bree. Appreciate it.
Bye.
All righty. Let's see here. Michael says, look, Zach, we're running into some real world issues. Your property's been on the market at 240. No one bites for that reason. Why is that? It's Ohio. What do you have into this, Zach? It's not bad either, Michael. I like that. That's a really good one. Orange Cat. Orange Cat. Bye-bye, Orange Cat. Anthony.
Hey, Zach, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I am doing fine. I wanted to get into the queue because I saw you skipped my question twice. So I said, let me get in the line and just ask.
Dude, there's hundreds of people on here. I can't answer every single question, but just hop on and talk to me. So
no, it's all good, man. It's all good. I appreciate you and Rick. Just to get to the point, because I know you're busy. Do you guys ever do deals with JV in Augusta, Georgia?
I like Augusta, yeah. I'll do a deal in Augusta.
Okay, good to know. That's all I need to know.
There we go.
All right, my man. Thank you.
Awesome, man. Keep it up. And then also, I don't know if I have Jermaine on there, but he's a great contact in Augusta.
Okay. If he's in the chat, I'll reach out to him.
Yeah,
I'm local as well.
He's awesome. Actually, does he do Augusta? I don't think he does Augusta. I do Augusta though. So
okay, that's good to know. Thanks again.
Looks like Luca does it too. So all right, awesome, man.
Okay, I'll reach out to you too, Lucas. Take care, Zach.
Appreciate it. It's Luca. He's Italian. It's like Luka Doncic. Do not call him Lucas because he starts crying. Okay, he doesn't cry, but he gets very offended. He gets very offended. Like he gets offended. Call him Lucas, and if you put pineapple on pizza. Okay, those are his 2 biggest pet peeves. I don't know about the pizza thing, but I can only just assume it. Oh, man. I'll tell you this. I love Italy, but I'll tell you, I went to the best pizza I've ever had was actually in Lugano, Switzerland. It used to be Italy, and they're all Italian, but like Lugano, Switzerland, best pizza I've ever had by far. Maybe because I walked like 20 miles, but those stuff was good. All righty here. Daniel, what's going on, man?
What's going on, Zach? Is there an echo?
Nope, you're all good.
Dude, I need your help so bad. First of all, I owe you the public apology for calling it pre-recorded. It's not pre-recorded. Trying to make every single live stream I can. But I need help, man. I don't know which way to go. I'm on a budget. I am very risk averse. And, I need to know what to do. I've done a couple wholesale deals. I got a couple rentals. But what do I do? Do I sign up for XLeads and just jump into it? Or do I start off slow? Because I know in your training you say if you don't have money, start with this, this, and this. But what should I do, man?
I mean, this is easy, man. So when you say risk adverse, what do you mean by risk?
Man, when I was a kid, I used to be afraid to bet quarters when we throw them up against the door and see who could get the closest. I didn't even want to bet quarters back then. That's how I am now. I'm just very safe. I like to play it. I like to play it very safe.
Okay. Let's talk about safety with boundaries. Okay. Being safe is very important, right? But like, what's the risk with wholesaling for you? Is it a financial risk?
Yeah, mostly financial. You know, throwing 5,000-10,000 in and turning out it's either not for me or I'm not good at it. Maybe I can't close the deals, even if I can bring in the leads.
Okay, perfect. So if money is the risk, then just don't spend any money. If you spent $0 and you make 10 grand, what risk is there? Your time.
Time, yeah.
And I don't think your time is valuable, obviously, but it's not like your time is being spent towards very expensive or profitable things. And so even if you put in, let's say 1,000 hours into wholesaling and it doesn't come out to anything, the best thing is you can't go to your deathbed and be like, wow, I didn't try everything I possibly could. So I think it's a worthwhile time investment. Number one, you'll learn skills that you can use for any job in the future. So I see literally no problem. And then it's fun to do. So when you say risk, your risk is money. Okay. Two risks are money or time. So if you spent $0, what's the problem? And so what I would tell you to do is let's just do infinite ROI stuff, right? Pull government lists. What market are you in again?
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City. So literally pull government lists in Oklahoma City. Drive for dollars if you want or can. If you don't want to spend money, you don't need to do that. I would email blast sellers. I would find somebody in here that can send you emails for free. I would text sellers. I would put sticky notes out on doors, and I would do digital bandit signs. But I would just cold call government list, man. That's probably what I'd be doing first and foremost. Fire damage properties, like literally all of them, right? Like, and you're going to get leads. You're going to close them. You're going to go to the house, write a contract, cost $0. Find a cash buyer in Oklahoma City. You can just go on Facebook, find them right there, find your title company there, and you'll get 20 grand in your bank account and no risk. But after you get a deal, then you should invest in other things. But
right. Oh, yeah. It's all going back into it on the first deal. So if I am driving for dollars is what I'm doing now. How do I determine? I know your videos, you say if your sister would be embarrassed to be in the house, you would market to them. But the city I live in, that's probably, every fourth house is like that, Southside Oklahoma City. So how do I determine? I mean, you said don't market to active investors, big LLCs.
So, Daniel, the secret in your market, man, is every city's got like higher crime areas. I'm assuming Southside Oklahoma City's higher crime.
Yeah, some would say that. It's kind of Oklahoma City's like patchwork, but yeah.
Okay, so what you need to do, the best secret for markets is you want to find low cheap real estate in Oklahoma City, but you also want to find low crime rate. So the secret is finding markets with low crime and low prices. And so if I just throw this sucker in not my GPT, but like it's in there, but it's just going to pull all the records on Zillow. But what areas in OKC have the lowest prices and low relative crime rates for wholesaling? And it's just going to look at the matrix between the two and their relationships. Because obviously the lowest crime is going to be in the richest areas. So that's not perfect. But you want to find relative. So it's going to say Spencer, Nakoma Park, War Acres, Del City, Midwest City.
Okay.
And those are going to be the best areas. So it's an affordable suburb with low crime.
Okay. So still stick with the, if I'd be embarrassed to live in the house, market to them?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can also do like a pre-foreclosure, right? It could be a nice house, but there's not paying the mortgage. That's a great deal. Okay. Text them. Google Voice, boom, done. Put a sticky note on the door. You're good to go.
Okay. Drop my first sticky note today, so I'm going to keep that up. What do you write on the sticky note? I just said, hey, I got a question about the house. Can you call me?
That's great. Make sure you put your name.
I put name and number, yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, I got a quick question about your property. Please call me Daniel. I think it's perfect, man.
Okay.
And the only thing I would tell you to do if you start doing a lot, maybe just investing $15 on a sticky note stamper. I don't know if you start writing over 100, you're gonna be like, And so risk is like risking $15. I mean, you'll probably spend that more on McDonald's, so I don't really see a problem with that. And I don't make a dime if you handwrite it or put it or stamp it, right? I got no thing. And obviously it's like, yeah, you should get XLeads, but like, you don't need that. If you're so risk adverse, just do the free stuff.
I'm not that bad. I'll throw a little bit at it. I just don't want to get too deep.
Man. I'm so confident that if you can stick to this and you get a deal, then XLeads will be even easier for you. So just do the free stuff.
I'll do that. Hey, one more question. If I get my first deal in your 30-day challenge, will you wear a Thunder jersey on a live stream? I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'll buy you a nice one.
I'll do it.
All right.
I'll do it. It's got to be.
I'm gonna work extra hard now to get one. I got to get a deal now.
Okay, but you have to do me a favor. Okay.
Yes, sir.
It has to be specifically. All right. It has to be. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying that. You know, he's not on the Thunder anymore. Never mind. It has to be a Josh Giddey jersey.
Josh Giddey. Okay. All right. Deal.
Everyone says long hair Josh Giddey looks like long hair Zach. Insane.
All right. It's a deal.
All right. Appreciate it.
Thanks, sir.
All right. Thanks, man. Here we go, Daniel. Yeah, trust me. I got 5,000 comments that says Josh Giddey looks like Zach with long hair. And then there's long hair Zach too. So let me show you the difference because no one believes me. And I don't see the resemblance. Where's Zach with long hair? Let's try to find it. Let's find a classic old Zach Ginn video. All right, let's find it. Where's me with long hair? Some insane ones locally. Oh, Lord. Why is that video on there? Jesus. All right, let's find. Here you go. Oh my gosh. Huh. I didn't know there was an article about me on The Sun. That's pretty cool. The Sun wrote an article about me. That's cool. Okay. Here's Zach with long hair. All right. Now, let's do this side by side. I got 5,000 comments about this. So let's see. All right. I do not look like this guy. FYI. I don't know why everyone says this. All right, let's do the comparison. All right. Make sure I don't get in trouble here. I will beat the allegations right now. Okay. All right, let's do this side by side right here. All right, I'm setting this up. We need a poll, yes or no. Do not look like this guy, I swear. Okay. We need a vote. There we go. It's not bad. I do not look like that guy. All right. All right. We're going to stop the rumors right now. All right. Where's the thing? Oh yeah, I gotta make a picture. Put this stupid thing to rest. Okay. I do not look like this guy, right? Yes or no? That is not me. I do not look like this guy. Please tell me I do not look like this guy because I get DMs from this every month. I get like at least 5 people. They DM me. They say, "Oh, that's your twin, dude." That's not my twin. I don't even look like this guy at all. And I get all these stupid people telling me that, "Oh, Josh Giddey started wholesaling." It's ridiculous, man. But if Daniel gets a deal, then I will wear a Josh Giddey jersey just to mess with everybody. Okay. And this is why I'll get a buzz cut. I don't look like this guy. I think everyone's lying. I wish the comments, I thought you guys would defend me, but you guys are not defending me. So I don't enjoy that either. So we're going to stop with the slander of Zach. Okay. Okay. We got to stop with this slander. I do not look like this guy. Okay. I will I'll grow a mustache like Daniel, and I'll never look like this guy ever again. All right. Okay. We are done with the slander today. All right. We are done. Elijah, why are you doing this to me, man? Okay. I do not look like him. Rick's longless. Oh, Lord. How old is that guy? Oh, man, he's 22. Dang, he could be my brother. Oh, geez. This is not good. Oh, Lord. Let's go back to the AI. Let's ignore that one. But guys, if you want to go get the GPT, literally just go to GPT's. Do I have the link here? Here it is. Again, one last time, if you want to go get my free AI, let's go here. Go here to ChatGPT. Anyone can do this absolutely for free. All right. So you go here, and all you got to do is just go to where it says GPTs. All right, new chat. Go to GPTs. Just search wholesaling real estate. Boom. Is there other real estate ones? Let's see. Real estate. There's some cool real estate ones. That's interesting. But it looks like we're right here. So click that one, and you can join it. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Then you just click let's start chat and just basically ask it what's going on. So how do I pull the pre-foreclosure list? I can't spell today, but whatever. There we go. List penance, notice of default, all in there. So guys, if the AI gives you any wrong answers, just post it and I can go update it. But it'd be pretty good. So we're ready to go. That's it. One last question. Michael says, Zach, what's your end goal with the wholesale business? And so my end goal has been pretty clear. I've been offered a lot of money for XLeads. I've obviously said no to it because my goal is not to put my word and name and everything on a software and then just go sell it. Because what if that software sucks? My name's associated with that. I'm not going to find a company that does that. Okay, no. So it's like, what's my end goal? My end goal is not to grow the software and try to sell it and stuff. That's stupid, right? There's this problem in the market and I made a solution. The solution's better than anyone's ever done. So that's not my end goal. My end goal, my wholesale business, again, I don't really have a goal of making, $40 million basically a year just in assignments. I'm looking to grow it. I'm 25. Guys, I've made more money than I can possibly ever imagine in wholesaling. I'm at the point now where I can just quit everything. I can just stop everything, go dark online, and I will make millions of dollars passively for the rest of my life. And I'm 25. So remember, $1 million now at 25 is probably at least making 6 or 7 million passively just with compound interest by the time I'm 50 or 60 years old. So it's not really money anymore. And so here's my thing. Let's say I sell everything, right? I sell XLeads, which I'm not doing, obviously. I get rid of my YouTube channel. I quit everything and I'm done, right? I ride off in the sunset. Okay, I'm 25 years old, retired with a lot of money. Okay, wait, do I just sign into the nursing home at 26 and say, oh, it's over for me? There's a lot more to my life. My end goal, my wholesaling business truly has always been, and I will say this until, my last YouTube video on earth, is my main goal is to help people learn wholesaling real estate. That is my main goal. And if you guys send me deals and I make millions of dollars doing that, that's awesome. If I can make fun tools to advance the wholesale game even further, like XLeads, I will go do that. If it's going out here and just changing people's lives without charging them, that's what it's going to be. But here's the thing about it. I live, breathe, eat wholesaling real estate. That is literally my number one hobby, right? There's nothing else where if I quit wholesaling and I did it, I would just be as happy as I am now. I've had lots of wholesaling coaches, which you guys know the names of, that have told me to my face, I hate wholesaling. I'm just doing it for the money. I do wholesaling because I love it. And that's the dang truth. And so that's where I'm at right now. And so I'm really happy where I'm at in my life. And I'm just looking to grow our community and help more people learn this amazing thing called wholesaling real estate. And unfortunately, I had to go make a wholesaling software because just, these wholesaling software. And so I had to go do that. But outside of that, that's a big passion of mine too. That's more of a side. I mean, it's a main project, definitely. But like my main thing always is helping people wholesale real estate. So break it all down and let's share it. So guys, go to freewholesaling.com, join my free ChatGPT AI bot. We'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Have a blessed one.